The Satires are a collection of satirical poems by the Latin author Juvenal written in the late 1st and early 2nd centuries AD. Juvenal is credited with 16 known poems divided among 5 books. All are in the Roman genre of satire, which, at its most basic in the time of the author, comprised a wide-ranging discussion of society and social mores in dactylic hexameter. The poems are not individually titled, but translators have often added titles for the convenience of readers. Book 1, Satires 1–5. Book 2, Satire 6. Book 3, Satires 7–9. Book IV, Satires 10–12. Book V, Satires 13–16. Roman satire was a formal literary genre rather than being simply clever, humorous critique in no particular format. Juvenal wrote in this tradition, which originated with Lucilius and included the sermons of Horace and the satires of Persius. In a tone and manner ranging from irony to apparent rage, Juvenal criticizes the actions and beliefs of many of his contemporaries, providing insight more into value systems and questions of morality and less into the realities of Roman life. The author employs outright obscenity less frequently than Martial or Catullus, but the scenes painted in his text are no less vivid or lurid for the discretion. The author makes constant allusion to history and myth as a source of object lessons or exemplars of particular vices and virtues. Coupled with his dense and elliptical Latin, these tangential references indicate that the intended reader of the satires was highly educated. The satires are concerned with perceived threats to the social continuity of the Roman citizens, social climbing foreigners, unfaithfulness, and other more extreme excesses of their own class. The intended audience of the satires constituted a subset of the Roman elite, primarily adult males of a more conservative social stance. Manuscript tradition. The controversies concerning the surviving texts of the satires have been extensive and heated. Many manuscripts survive, but only a 9th century manuscript based on an edition prepared in the 4th century by a pupil of Servius Honoratus, the grammarian, is reasonably reliable. At the same time as the Servian text was produced, however, other and lesser scholars also created their editions of Juvenal. It is these on which most medieval manuscripts of Juvenal are based. It did not help matters that P disappeared sometime during the Renaissance and was only rediscovered around 1840. It is not, however, uncommon for the generally inferior manuscripts to supply a better reading in cases when P is imperfect. In addition, modern scholarly debate has also raged around the authenticity of the text which has survived, as various editors have argued that considerable portions are not, in fact, authentically Juvenalian and represent interpolations from early editors of the text. Jackman argued that up to 1/3 of what survives is non-authentic. Ulrich Noche deleted about 100 lines, Clausen about 40, Courtney a similar number. Willis italicizes 297 lines as being potentially suspect. On the other hand, Vallon, Houseman, Duff, Griffith, Ferguson and Green believe the surviving text to be largely authentic. Indeed, Green regards the main problem as being not interpolations but lacunae. In recent times, debate has focused on the authenticity of the O passage of satire via 36 lines discovered by E. O. Winstead in an 11th century manuscript in Oxford's Bodleian Library. These lines occur in no other manuscript of Juvenal, and when discovered were considerably corrupted. Ever since Houseman translated and amended the O passage, there has been considerable controversy over whether the fragment is in fact a forgery. The field is currently split between those who believe it isn't, and those who believe it is.